So today I'll be discussing about miscommunication. So what is miscommunication? Miscommunication is a failure to communicate adequately. At some point of our life, most of us have experienced miscommunication. And miscommunication is something scary and a scenario that we don't want to go back or something that we want to forget. Miscommunication is usually misunderstanding or point of views that didn't meet each other. When we communicate, both of us have different point of views, and there can be some factors why misunderstanding happen, such as cultural differences, religion, or the things or the beliefs that we thought is what is right. In short, all of us have different opinions, so misunderstanding can easily happen even if you're talking face to face. That's why it's important to know the process so that we could better understand and be a better communicator. Ever since online class started, it was a little different, and it's a big adjust, not only for the students but also from the teachers. Since we are used to face and not all of us have strong connection, especially in online classes, I think it's more often to happen miscommunication because sometimes not all of us have strong internet connection, just like what happened during our online class. So our teacher have given us a task. The task is to do an ad campaign. So basically, one of the rules is to consult first the design before proceeding to the final output. And since we are almost 30 students in his class, we couldn't present all, and his time is up. So most of the students, including me, have not presented. After that, he have said that those who haven't presented should still present through chat. So after the meeting, I quickly chat him and send the details and my design so that he could approve it so I can start early. I waited the whole day but I haven't got a reply. But at that time, I was like, okay, because I'll try to understand the situation. Maybe he's busy and he have a lot of students to reply. But after that day, I have saw that he already read my chat because the teams indicated that he have seen the message already. So at that time, I was a little confused because if he have read it already, why doesn't he reply yet? That time I was a little nervous because the deadline is coming up in the next few days, and he still have yet to reply on my message. And I can't really start it because he have said that consult first before proceeding to the final design. But he replied very late, which is a few hours before the deadline. At that point, I felt really unfair because he replied really late. So I haven't finished the task because he replied really late. Later on, I found out to my other classmates that they haven't finished the activity too because he also replied really late or a few hours before the deadline. So we decided to speak up during his class to give us more time. So we decided as a class to ask him for a extension. So one of our classmates have opened their mic and tell the concern. But the connection was bad and most of the words are being cut because maybe the internet connection is not stable. So our teacher have responded that he can't do an extension because he have set the deadline. And at that point, we felt like it's really unfair because he replied really late and he is one of the reasons why we can't finish it on time. But during his class, we decided to just make an email, a formal email that can help him understand why we are asking for extension. And finally, he replied that yes, he do understand that he really did reply late, and he also gave us the reason why, which is because his family is sick and he couldn't reply to our message that quickly. And after that, he have given us a few more days to finish it and submit it without deduction. So I think what went wrong during the whole conversation or the communication is that since our classmate who have spoken about our concerns to him is not clear on the audio, I felt like he didn't understand. He couldn't hear our concerns, so that's why he have said no at first and caused a misunderstanding to our teacher. Some of my thoughts, as a communicator, we are obliged to listen carefully and understand the context. Not only the sender but also the receiver. Both should be willing to listen and be considerate with each other. Like what it is shown in the video in the canvas, It's not just always you or I, it should be we, because communication happens between two people. After all, communicating is made to understand things, not only ourselves but also others.